Grand Rising. It's good to see you all. You might be feeling some activation, some symptoms, some very strange occurrences that are happening. You're changing in the now moment. You're turning into that beautiful butterfly. And, right now, a lot of people are going through very similar ascension symptoms. You're embracing the higher version of yourself on the higher timeline. So your senses might be changing. Your senses might become heightened. And it's a little overwhelming to, kind of go through all these things at once. And, today we're going to be discussing a lot of the different symptoms that I'm going through and, speaking to other people, having a similar symptom. I realize that this is something that definitely needs to be shared. Sometimes when you, 3 times is a trend. 3 times is a trend, yeah, and it's happening right now. A lot of people are having the experiences that I'm going to be discussing today. We're seeing a real focus on sight right now. So our sight, our foresight is being increased and amplified, and we're seeing changes in the sacral area as well, many activations, because we're staying focused on what we're creating, and that creative energy, that creative juice is starting to flow right now. And you could actually see this over the course of your life. You might just get in the zone and your creative juices are flowing and you say, I'm getting all these incoming ideas. And you actually might be going through these things right now. It could be accompanied with physical symptoms that, show you that, something is changing inside of you and you're being upgraded and you're being pushed onto a timeline which is more in alignment with the highest version of yourself. We gave everyone enough time to get on this world-famous live stream. I'm absolutely grateful for all of your support. Could everyone kindly just take a moment? Could you smash the like button? Obliterate that like button today. It helps others find this message. Please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe. Select all. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. If you hit the bell and hit all, you'll get a notification on your phone. You could even set an alarm. You could set the Our Everyday Lives alarm so your phone goes off and you know that we're on at 9 a.m. Tonight on Patreon, we'll be hosting another wonderful live Zoom meeting. We're all going to collaborate. We're going to be talking about this and other topics that we've discussed in the past week. We have Telegram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Rumble. Please subscribe and join along our family across all of these platforms. The links are in the description. If you'd like to support the channel and this work, there's a link at the pinned comment. And you might be dealing with ascension symptoms right now, yeah. You're waking up. You're saying, what's going on? Why am I experiencing these things? You could be having the physical symptoms, the physical changes, the emotional changes. A lot of emotion is coming up to the surface right now. If you didn't know, what is emotion? It's energy in motion. And this emotion, this energy, it's got to go through and come out of the body, in and out. Everything has to flow. Everything has to flow. And you could see these energies flowing now. Did a world famous video a long time ago. The waters of the body need to flow. In the physical, think about the electromagnetic properties of water and how it carries things throughout the body. So we do go through these shifts in our body, and then all of a sudden you could have these symptoms, and it's hard to adjust. One of the main things that is adjusting, one of the symptoms you might be going through right now, is a change in your sight. And on my journey, what I've been noticing, especially like at night as I'm going to bed, and then when I wake up in the morning, is like this blurry vision. And it's very blurry, and it's hard to adjust night and morning. So, as we're going through these changes and upgrades, you're being upgraded right now. Your sight can be changing, and you're saying, you know what? Why am I having this blurry? And it's funny. I've gone through this in the past years ago. On I used to have the cable clock If you ever see the green illuminated numbers on the cable clock, I'm just sharing a real life example. And this was going back a few years ago, and I went through a time period I couldn't read the numbers that were on the clock. It was all like blurry. It was like the light, right? So you might be going through this again right now. And think about this, you know, if you are familiar with the Matrix, and you know, Neo, when he wakes up, Neo says, "My eyes hurt." And Morpheus said, "You've never used them. You've never used them, dear one." Isn't that interesting? The sight that's upgrading is the third eye sight, that third eye. Your foresight. You're seeing things clearly like never before, and it takes a little bit of time to adjust. It can be scary, it can be overwhelming. I'm seeing things clearer than ever before, and you might be going through this as well, where you're seeing things clearly like never before. And it's important to see things for what they are. Awareness is the precursor to change. So once you are aware of things, you say, okay, these things could benefit my life. Oh, these things are sabotaging my life. Then you could actually move forward and make better decisions, what's more in alignment with the highest purpose of your journey. And again, we all stumble, we all fall into this deception. There's a lot of deception in the world right now. The deception could be on the TV. It could be on the TV, or it could be in your everyday life. And the deception is fading away. So now that we're actually using our eyes for what they're really worth, you could see clearly. And I want you to think about what Morpheus said to Neo. He goes, "My eyes hurt." He says, "You never used them." We're having new abilities that are coming on right now. You've never used these abilities before. It could be very overwhelming. And, you know, over the years, you know, just as it comes to Ascension Symptoms, colors are brighter to me, you know, and, you know, you could go through these ups and downs, these activations, and the lights could be blurry to you. Do you ever go through periods? It could be like a week that this happens. But over the years, colors are brighter to me than they were even in my 20s. My sight is getting better. This is the activation of the real sight, the real energies. You know, there's actually other life forms that are able to see in colors. Butterflies, it's fun. We're actually turning into a beautiful butterfly. Butterflies actually see colors that are beyond our visible light spectrum. They see a wider range of the electromagnetic spectrum. Yeah. So that's kind of like what we're doing right now. So we're seeing other energies. We're seeing things clearly right now. Real sight. You could write it in the chat right now. Real sight. I've shared this a long time ago, if you've been on the channel. Don't look at. See through. You can't look at things at face value any longer. You can't look at labels any longer. You can't say, oh, this person looks like that, or that thing on the TV looks like that. Don't look at, see through. And that's why we're all going through a massive shift right now. What you thought was one thing might be another. Who's this, who's that? Everything is shaking up right now. It's shifting. So that is one of the main symptoms that you might be going through right now. If your sight is changing, if you're seeing clearer than ever before. Oh yes, Pamela Goose, yeah, you got to put the glasses on like they live. Remember they wanted you to obey, do all these things, consume, marry, all these things that the guy was seeing with the glasses, and he was seeing past the veil. It's a depiction of you seeing past the veil. Another thing that's happening right now are the energies, the healing, and the activations of the sacral chakra or the sacral area. There's a lot of healing that's going on. Many people have been on the journey in the past few months on this channel. I always share authentically what's going on. I'm not a perfect all the time. Nothing's actually perfect. but we can be authentic. Oh yeah. And, you know, I had a lot of swelling in the midsection. And magically lately, the swelling in the midsection has gone down. It's amazing, right? So, and I shared this, you know, I into bodybuilding, into being fit. But ascension always comes first as you go through these changes. So there was nothing that I could actually do. I had to deal with the energy in that sacral area, in that solar plexus area. And you actually might be going through this now as well. So you're seeing that all has cleared away. And you could also write in the comments, because it's very helpful for everyone. Did you have a lot of bloating in the midsection? And now you could see that bloating is going away. The stomachs are coming down. It's settling in. All has cleared away. And the bloating, and again, there's different shifts. So you could be coming out of it now. You might have already came out of it, and you might start to be coming out of it very soon. The energy is flowing, baby, in the sacral area, and this is very important for the energy to flow there. That is your creative energy. And the sacral area needs to flow. Because of the world, you know, they put a lot of shame on people, which actually shuts down that creative energy. You're shameful for how you feel, right? Every person is entitled to express their self however they want to express themselves. Don't be afraid to express yourself. So when you have this shame, it tends to shut down that sacral area, and that is your creative energy. Your creative juices need to start flowing. All new ideas are coming to you right now. We are all in a state of improvement. We're also, if you look at the other energies in the universe right now, we're in a lot of retrogrades. We are revisiting, we are revising a lot of the things, the topics that we've discussed before. And now we're making them better in the new energy. So if you're experiencing that, you know, you might be going forward in your life, and you could say, I have all these new ideas. They just start coming to you. I've adopted this. I give you all the coaching tips that you need to improve your life here. And this channel is it lasts the test of time. And you never know when creative ideas, if you have a little pad in the house, or if you have that little app on your phone, and an idea comes to you, jot it down. I have to jot it down because I forget everything all the it's like, what's you know, it's funny, you know, because I always would forget things, you know, when I was younger. And I saw this article and I texted to my mother and I said, see, Mom, I'm hyper intelligent. And he said, if you forget all these little nonsensical things throughout the day, you're actually hyper intelligent. And that's because we have a lot of thoughts going through us. But that's why I'm sharing authentically. It might be like you, and you could have a thought and then it goes away. So it's important to actually jot it down. You could jot it down on an app on your phone. You could jot it down on a piece of paper, pen to paper, baby, pen to paper, you know, and then we could revisit these things. Some of the ideas that come to me, it might be for this very day, or maybe I have to revisit some of these energies. That's a big energy that we're in right now. It's the retrogrades. I actually have a very powerful, tremendous video on the channel page about Saturn retrograde. And this is a time period, once it started, magical things happened when it started, even though they don't feel so magical, but they are. And then until it ends, all the things that you're going through at this time is helping you embrace the highest version of yourself. It's actually a teacher. You know, sometimes we could look at things and you say, oh, this is harsh, this is harsh. But in a sense, it's actually teaching us to upgrade who we are and embrace a higher version of ourselves. And if you are here, if you are upgrading right now, if you're becoming self-empowered, could you kindly smash the like button right now? I appreciate it. If you hit the like button right now, it really helps others find this message. Keep smashing away at the like button. Keep smashing away, and then eventually it all It all moves. You know, again, if you stay on it, if you stay on these things, if you aspire, I set standards for my life years ago. One of those standards was to learn something new every single day. Each and every one of us are in a different phase in our life. There was a time period where I was just consuming. Now I'm in a time period where I'm creating, but I still go back to consuming. But it's okay. There was a time period, like a full year, and I was consuming and consuming and consuming this information and changing and learning, expanding my consciousness. And then I basically caught myself up to date. And then as we continue to go, we continue to expand, we continue to change. It's a never-ending quest for the truth. I told you a long time ago, there is no finish line. If you have a finish line in your mind, especially in 2023, it's a difficult time. I have to sit with it a lot. Some of you know I'm going through a lot of things right now. And what helps me to get through this time period is to realize and say to myself, there is no finish line. If you have the finish line in mind and it never comes, you could lose yourself. But if you are on a never-ending quest to grow, if you're always changing, if you're always evolving, that's why we've said this is our evolutionary journey. We're constantly evolving and changing, and stay focused on that right now. And as you're going through this, you might be seeing clearly. Your foresight, your sight is changing. Like, oh, I could see these things at face value now. I could see what's really going on here. What's really going on here? And it could be a lot to deal with. You could have been wrong about something. We're all wrong about things. Sit with it. Learn from it. How are you going to move forward? It's time to create. Many of you that are in the chat right now, and this is where we are moving forward, ever onward, ever onward. We're actually here to create a brand new reality to benefit all people. So you're actually here to create an entire reality. That takes a lot of energy. And that's where the sacral energy comes from. That sacral energy is being utilized right now to create a brand new reality so that people will actually have the life that they deserve. Many people in the world, all different people, maybe they didn't have an opportunity to live an abundant life, a life that they actually want to live. And you could see this going up and down right now, like Winnie the Pooh. If you're new to the channel, I told you Winnie the Pooh teaches you about the ascension journey. Smash the like button for Winnie the Pooh. We're going to get Winnie the Pooh on the chat one day. We'll get Winnie the Pooh in here. No, you go up, down. You constantly are going up and down. I could see this week by week or even hour by hour. It's a true story. This is the authentic journey that we're on right now. It's not everything is sweet and rosy. It's not everything is a unicorn and rainbow. I'm reading the chat right now. It's a little different right now. I'm trying to keep up. It's hard for me to see. But I went through a time period where I rock collected as well. I did it for about a year. When you rock collect, you know, and if you're new to the channel, I used to go to all these different places that were by the water, and I was getting these rocks out of the water, all these beautiful colors. Think about the grounding. You know, you're pulling these rocks out. How old are these rocks? And what is the vibrational signature that you're taking into the body from the earth? Rock collecting is tremendous. It's tremendous to do. So, you know, these are things like you might say on your journey, I need to be a professional. I need to be a listen, we all do that, right? But what about being a kid? What about having some fun? Yeah, don't you want to have fun? And I know. Deep inside of you, I know the truth. Yeah. You want to let yourself go. You want to have fun. But you you're told you have to get back to work. Yeah, you got to be an adult. Hashtag adulting. Tired of adulting. You might be tired of adult. I'm just a kid, right? The inner child. Got to embrace the inner child right now, because that's who you truthfully are. Embrace the inner child. Be more in alignment with who you are. Even Nikola Tesla. The imagination. The imagination is where we create from. And if you need to find yourself while you're by yourself, get into isolation. Free from distractions beating down the creative mind. I know that I could sit on the beach alone and talk to God, and I am complete. And that's where you'll find the magic. And very soon, magic is going to happen. Miracles will be performed. You will be in alignment. You'll wake up one day on a new timeline, and then you realize that you have become the person that you came here to be. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people. Hit that like button. And please share with one other person. If you share with someone, you say, I think you're feeling this right now. You're experiencing this. If I touched on anything that you are thoroughly experiencing at this time, please go back into this video, write a comment, leave a comment. The comments, flood the comment section, because it gives validation to what they're feeling. We don't want anyone feeling alone. We're all shaking up right now. We're shifting right now. The old is fading away. The new is coming in. The fake is falling. The things that no longer resonate with us are falling. You might have lived in an illusion. You wake up one day, you say, I didn't even want to live this life. It happens. It happens. It happens through subconscious programs. Be the captain of your ship. Don't let someone else drive the car. You're not in the passenger seat any longer. You're in the driver's seat, baby. Yeah, we're in the driver's seat. We're going to be driving tonight on Patreon. If you would like to join, if you've never done it before, I know you want to try it out. Please check out our Patreon link. We will all collaborate tonight on Patreon. The link is in the description. We all have a fun time together, and it's always, it gives it more validation. Because it's all about us collectively coming together. And when we're all sharing, we say, we're all having these experiences together. It really helps others, navigate all the intensities of this time. Never stop, never give in, just keep going. I love each and every one of you. We will be on tonight on Patreon. We will be back on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time here. Please hit that subscribe button. We'll constantly be back. Check out the channel page. Keep sharing. We're about to hit a wonderful milestone very soon. Keep sharing with others. Find the family. I love you all. Remember, the power has been inside of you all along. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory of the light. I love you all. See you tonight. Bye for now.